let's pretend for a moment that we should always take Donald Trump's statements seriously, and that we're dealing with like a normal, rational, sane person. If indeed there is some merit to his allegation that he made on Twitter that the Obama administration, well, he said Obama personally, but that the Obama administration was in some form or another targeting Trump or people around him, what would that look like?
Now, if you are an American citizen and they say, I want to look at your communications, I want to listen to this person's phone calls and everyone they contacted, this in theory is supposed to require a warrant. But the actual reality here is that they can do something different, and they do this without a warrant. But if you're in that bucket and you don't have a U.S. passport, you're not a U.S. citizen, no social security card, you don't have a green card, so you're not sort of legally privileged as a U.S. person, even if you're not technically a U.S. citizen, they can't, what they say, target you directly. But if they look at the other side of that communication, right, the communication that went overseas or involved a non-U.S. person in any way, that's entirely legal. That happens without a warrant. I think it is possible, based on everything we see and what we hear, there may be some indication that something like this happened on the back end, right? Where there's been some searches that implicate not Donald Trump directly, right? Because if he had that, he'd be up on the stage waving it around. That's the problem. It's not so much that this actually happened here, there, or the other, because we don't have evidence for that. If Donald Trump wants to take this seriously, right, he needs to fix the problem that everyone in America's communications are being collected right now without a warrant, and they're going into the bucket, and they're protected by very lax internal policy regulations, right? And this simply is not enough. If he's worried about the fact that somebody could have been wiretapping Trump Tower, that this could have happened without a warrant or even with a warrant, right? The problem is not, oh, poor Donald Trump. You're the president, right? You should be asking questions about why was this possible in the first place and why haven't I fixed it?